Do any of you know their slogan as it pertains to the Surface?
Click in, go on.
It had to be a click.
Click and go, click and...
Well, now you're just guessing.
I don't know the slogan.
I don't know the slogan.
I don't know the slogan.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
So we asked the students at Art Center to come up with a broad range of concepts around the theme of click in and do more.
The original thought of the detachable keyboard was, well, if you don't want the keyboard, you can take it off. But then we thought, well, you can then take it off and snap something else in. It connects the idea of how you want to behave with a tablet with the productivity strength of Microsoft.
It's a little bit different. It's a full-on laptop, and it can run full-on software that many of these design students are used to. And so the accessories that go with it can take advantage of that.
And of course, Art Center is one of those places that you get next generation of designers, very good thinking and a great culture of like innovation. How do they take the theme of, well, you click in and do more, but what would you do? I wanted to talk a bit about who we are as a team. We came up with this idea of the Surface, making a tablet that transforms from using it as a tablet to being able to be productive and watching movies and things like this. And every design happens in-house. All the engineering happens in-house. We don't have a design guideline book. Someone asked me, so what are your design guidelines? I was like, I don't know. Look at the product. You study industrial design or someone studies interaction design. It's like, hey, you cannot design an interface because you're not even an interaction designer, and you're an engineer, you haven't studied taste, right? So these kind of old buckets, they don't work because the products are so together, they melt together in a way that there's no room for these departments. We don't have a facade, we don't have any styling in our products. We are just a bunch of people that are product makers. And I'm going to show you something new here. This piece is much simpler than your big effects box.
Seeing the DJ Blade, I found a new opportunity, like a new field for Microsoft to really expand.
And so there's really no end to it other than my limited ability to play music.
I don't know, that they're innovating now rather than just kind of creating the same old stuff.
There's creatives out there in the world that can even do more with what the actual Surface can do. And it's limitless at that point. It could just be used for so many different things, and that was just one example.
This all of a sudden turns into a musical instrument. This all of a sudden, turns into an application that your tablet or your laptop were never able to do before.
The Surface tablet, it's all integrated. It was part of the design from the get-go. So that means then designing the things that can be done for today.
Right.
The thinking, the ideas of what that might be, will feel like that's what it was supposed to be like.
So what else could you come up with that you could attach to this unit? Or what else could you think about in terms of a physical affordance that would make a device like the Surface much more interesting? Think of the trajectory where technology will go and how physical and digital will meet, and what are the opportunities in that space.
That just sent our minds racing, like, what can we do when we have this grid of sensors that it's no longer just buttons for a keyboard?
Just looking at how the keyboard was like these modular sensors, and all of a sudden it becomes this flat plane of sensors, and it just kind of, my mind just started going crazy. I was like, wow, what can we do with this thing?
Be a designer, understand the problem you're trying to solve, the goal you're trying to achieve, and just work to achieve that.
That implies many other things. So that also means, reinvent how we use the screen, what type of new lifestyles can we have develop around the screen.
Take two.
The good ideas already on the table.
Other teams will want to fight us for our ideas.
Let's do this.
the objects and you interact with the screen.
Oh, this, yeah.
Check it out.
Running out of time here.
Hey guys, 10 minutes, you guys think I'll be ready?
I think I'm going to use mine to play keyboard.
I think I'll DJ and play a little percussion.
Awesome. Let's jam.
Beep boop 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 beep boop.
Effects pedals as well.
A lot of technology and the trend is starting to move towards wearables. The blade is the part that we found most unique.
I sit down, I open up my Surface, download the Run application into my strip band. The strip band, then I'm about to tear it apart like this. And then on the Run, I can wear it, something like that, but much cooler, you know? Yeah, of course. I can take this apart, roll it up like this, and then this becomes a mouse. I can tear this trackpad off, and then maybe this becomes a remote.
What if the blade can be a solar panel?
Provide a new way to navigate through space.
Dual plane viewer for media and video. We're tentatively calling it twin. Two viewers can view the same video in a three-dimensional space.
What if the blade could diagnose someone?
To interact with toys.
Can heat up your coffee?
Game controller.
Could it also be about an educational tool?
Is Microsoft a hardware company? With the bread, we wanted to answer emphatically that yes, it is.
Creating new electronics on the fly and creating stuff and really learning how these things around us work. Someone be able to just start very freshly and very quickly and create electronics in their home. Printed media like newspapers, coloring books, magazines.
Interactive wallpaper.
It's a cash register.
This is in a box by Microsoft that I can use with my tablet. Can help this lady to start up and expand her business.
I'm overwhelmed with the outcome for sure. I mean, in here there is enough material for startup companies and for things that just to progress the idea of Surface, right? Therefore, you're a guitarist, or are you a musician, or whatever you come up with, right? So, transforming the things and taking advantage of the power of digital, connectivity and processing power that you already have when you buy your Surface, and then just adding a little bit to it to make it kind of special for your purpose. And there will be people out there who have ideas that we had never thought about, just like these art center students. What can you do when you click in and do more?